What is the Peace Corps? Well, the Peace Corps is a group of volunteers, about 6,000 strong today, that work in overseas development. In the early days of Peace Corps, which started back in 1965 with John F. Kennedy, we were trying to address really basic human needs: food production, clothing, shelter, health in general. This wasn't just going to be a bureaucratic, Social Security Administration or IRS. We were going to do it in a way that was going to be productive for the host country. 95% of the people who become Peace Corps volunteer must have at least a bachelor's degree. If you don't have a bachelor's degree, then you must have a very technical type of a skill. But they do want people that are going to go into this and be genuinely helpful in whatever capacity you may end up. My first assignment was as a volunteer in the country of Cameroon. Cameroon's a unique country in that, like Canada, I believe it's the only other country that has two official languages, French and English. They call it a lot of things. One is the armpit of Africa, only because it's in the corner above Gabon and right next to Nigeria. But also it is supposed to be representative of just about everything that you could find in Africa. You could go 50 miles one way or another and come into a completely different type of a climate and geography. A slight majority are Christian in the predominantly the southern part, and then in the northern part it's mostly of a Muslim religious background. You have many tribal dialects, many different types of people that live throughout the whole country of Cameroon, and a beautiful country, very beautiful, a developing country at that. In Cameroon, my job was to teach small farmers how to build fish ponds and raise fish for additional protein and supplemental income for their families. We were basically on the first day dropped amongst dozens of fish ponds and told to write up a method and way that we were going to use that environment in order to prepare us for being overseas in a developing country that had no resources or answers or help. We had to become totally independent. We had to learn how to become self-sufficient in learning how to learn, and then conducting ourselves over there as if our fish farmers were also going to be in the same position that we had just been thrown into, which is, how do you raise a fish? If you like to do something different, you like to help people in different ways, if you like to travel, learn a foreign language, 2 years of your life, believe me, is nothing in the 30, 40 years that you'll be out in the workforce. It may look like to many people that you've just, you're going to blow 2 years off, but I can assure you that those 2 years that you spend in that volunteer capacity, and you're not going to make or save much money during that time, but you'll have enough to live on, and you'll have a little allowance once you come back here. This will, I think, accelerate your maturation and growth and career path in many ways that you could never envision. There is no doubt in my mind that almost everybody who comes back from Peace Corps will tell you that they got much more out of that experience than they were able to give to those people And that's not a reflection on what they've given. It's more that there's so much that they can gain by becoming a volunteer.